Donald J. Trump will be America's 47th president. We'll talk with author and president of StandAmerica.us, Bishop E.W. Jackson, about what some are calling the biggest comeback story in political history. And as America prepared to vote last night, North Korea sent ballistic missiles into the Sea of Japan. The author of Iran's Greatest Awakening talks about that with us, but also how the world will respond to a Trump presidency. But first, the big story of the day. It was an election that will go down in the history books, with former and future President Donald Trump projected to finish with 277 electoral college votes as of now to Kamala Harris's 226. Of the swing states, Fox News has declared Donald Trump the winner of close races in Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Harris has been declared the winner in Virginia. States that are still too close to call at this point all show Donald Trump leading this morning. They include Nevada, with 84% of the vote counted. Donald Trump is up by almost 5 points. In Michigan, with 98% of the votes counted, Trump is up by 1.6. And in Arizona, with little more than 60% of the votes counted, Donald Trump is up by 4.8 points. Republican Donald Trump is also leading in the popular vote, with 71 million plus ballots cast for him versus Democrat Kamala Harris's current total of 66 million for herself. For a closer look at Trump's victory, let's head down to Palm Beach County, Florida, where it was a long night for Victory News chief correspondent Fiora Hernandez, who was there when Donald Trump gave his victory speech. Fiora.
Yes, Greg, a very long night, but all worth it. Against all odds, the former and future president of the United States fought his way to the undisputed victory many Americans were hoping for. On January 20th of next year, he will begin to serve a second term as president of this great nation.
Make America Great Again resounded throughout the Palm Beach Convention Center. People from all backgrounds expecting their candidate, Donald J. Trump, to win big. And at about 2 a.m., the Fox News decision desk declared Trump the winner.
After multiple indictments, 2 assassination attempts, and just winning some key battleground states, Donald J. Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight.
The greatest political comeback in modern history.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, were all won by the MAGA movement. They helped so much.
The president-elect offered a heartfelt thank you to his family, who appeared on the stage with him also after numerous attempts to take this former president down. Donald Trump proved to have the fight in him to make history in U.S. elections once again. Despite the presidential race being called for Republican Donald Trump early this morning, Democrat Kamala Harris has yet to concede. The vice president also decided to not address the many of her followers assembled election night. According to reports, Ms. Harris did not call Donald Trump to offer her congratulations. Harris is expected to give a concession speech from Howard University in Washington, D.C. Victory News sources indicate it may be at 4 p.m. Eastern. Paul?
Fewer Republicans took the Senate by flipping 2 seats so far and took back majority leadership from Chuck Schumer and the Democrats. According to the Associated Press, the Senate count right now is 52 Republicans, 42 Democrats, 50 is needed for majority. In Montana, Trump-backed military veteran Tim Sheehy will take Democrat incumbent Jon Tester's place in the Senate. You heard President Trump talk about that. In Ohio, incumbent Democrat Sherrod Brown loses his Senate seat to Republican Bernie Moreno, the first Colombian American ever to serve in the Senate.
Whether it's in Jerusalem or Kiev or anywhere else on earth or Taiwan, they're cheering this election because they know American strength will ensure peace.
In a hotly contested Texas race, Democrats poured in over $100 million in support for Colin Allred, but it didn't help. Conservative incumbent Ted Cruz returns to Washington. Running on border security, Cruz took time to recognize Alexis Nungary, who lost her 12-year-old daughter to illegal immigrants.
Alexis, thank you for your incredible courage speaking out for your precious Jocelyn. And your courage has made such a profound difference in this nation.
And now let's take a look at what's happening with the House of Representatives. And for that, we go to Tim.
Thank you, Paul. With control of the House and its 435 seats up for grabs every 2 years, Republicans have been hoping to maintain control under the leadership of Speaker Mike Johnson. With 218 seats needed for a majority, the Associated Press reports the Republicans have secured 199 with the Democrats at 180. That leaves vote counting and no winners declared for 57 seats, meaning when all is said and done, control of the House could go in either direction. Fox News reports among hot House races, Republicans have secured one in Michigan, District 7, while Democrats have won the seat representing District 8. Democrats have also won Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's seat in New York's District 14. Of the hot races still to be called are 2 seats in Pennsylvania, with Republicans leading in both, and 2 in Arizona that show the GOP leading in one and the Democrats in the other. One other hot race in New York State is District 4, which is also too close to call, with the Democrat having a slight edge at the last report. We'll bring you more post-election coverage with a special edition of America Stands immediately following Victory News on the Victory Channel. So stay with us for that. Greg?
Thank you, Tim. President-elect Donald Trump promised before last night's victory that he'll give the nation's faith leaders direct access to the Oval Office. Trump made the remarks during last week's Faith Summit in Georgia. The president-elect has repeatedly spoken of the importance of religion and vowed to reinstate the faith office he established during his first term. While on stage with evangelist Paula White, Trump recalled his father taking him to Yankee Stadium to see Billy Graham, as well as his own assassination attempt in Pennsylvania.
God has to have done this because it's impossible. Think of all the circumstances when you think.
Amen.
Think of all the circumstances. You're turning. That's a big luck right there, right? Big something. Something happened that you'd be just in that position. And it was only 1/8 of an inch off, right? So it's like, I mean, it's incredible.
In September, the Trump campaign announced that former Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Ben Carson, would serve as the National Faith Chairman. Joining us now is former presidential candidate himself and the author of the book Sweet Land of Liberty, Bishop E.W. Jackson. Sir, welcome back to Victory News.
Pleasure to be with you, Greg. Thanks for having me.
So after Donald Trump announced his win last night, this happened with his supporters at Mar-a-Lago. That's a spontaneous time of praise to God broke out for that victory. Are you encouraged by this and Dr. Carson leading as the new faith chairman?
Greg, I was overwhelmed with emotion, frankly, because I really believe this is about more than Donald Trump. This is about God's desire for the United States of America to be a nation whose God is the Lord. And I think that receptivity to God, to his word, to the people of God that we've seen in Donald Trump in his first administration, I think we're going to see it even more pronounced in this one after that assassination attempt, should encourage every Christian in America, and I hope encourages us to get and stay more involved.